Welcome to this week's show.
Yeah, and this one is a tricky one, Bingers. Get ready, 2 negatives coming. How not to buy the wrong bike when you could buy the right one. Yeah, and don't worry, we've got an expert in to help you avoid that problem.
And to go with all this drama, take a look at this incredible gap by Brage and Kate Edwards.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And this from Johan Borelli riding his bike the wrong
Clever,
way. Weird
clever,
way, right?
clever. Yeah.
And we've got this lovely gentleman here, Sandy Plenty, from the Trailhead Bike Shop. And we've got this as well.
Oh my God. Is that Jack Carvey nearly making a mistake?
Carvey, yeah.
Oh
nearly
my
made a mistake.
goodness. We've got all that and more coming up on the Dirt Shed Show. Let's do it. Yes, welcome to this week's show with Blake Samson.
And Mr. Ashton.
And Sandy Plenty.
Hey.
Proper main man at the Trailhead. Recently starring in one of our videos, dude.
Yeah, you guys came over.
Yeah,
Sold
we had
some
a good
stuff,
day.
fixed some stuff, destroyed some stuff.
Yeah, but it was fun, wasn't it?
It was
fun.
really good.
How did Blake, because I felt like Blake was a very good frontman for your shot that day.
Well, I don't want to big him up too much, but I think I'd give him a job. Yeah, very hardworking. Have to say.
I'm in, Boyd. Oh my
to
God.
say.
Oh, you leave him, dude.
If this doesn't pan out,
Yeah.
come on over.
Okay.
At the moment, it's panning out.
It's a
panning
hell
out.
of a
It's our
commercial.
Blake Samson. You keep away. Right, we have got a really difficult subject to tackle today.
We have.
And it's because there's people out there that this is going to be very useful to. How do we avoid buying the wrong bike? Because there are some pitfalls, but there's also some really clever advice on a bike you're deciding to buy and how you could buy it would make it more the right bike than if you didn't know these things beforehand. Okay.
It's a tricky one.
So what do we all know? What off the top of your head, Blake? How has someone you know or you bought the wrong bike?
Well, a family member, aka my brother, right? He is always buying the wrong bike for him. Like, he's quite big. He's bigger than me.
Right.
He's always buying a bike like nearly 2 sizes too small, but he thinks it's the best thing ever because he's a dirt jumper. But he went online. He's looked online for sizing. He looked at buying it off there. He looked at second-hand bikes. He went to bike shops. And he's still confused and he still buys the wrong bike.
How's he doing that? How can we buy the wrong size bike, Sandy? How's that?
Well, to start with, some brands that they measure their bikes differently. So they've adopted longer, lower, slacker. A medium in one bike could be a large in another brand, and you've really got to be careful with how individual brands size them.
Is there a brand that you think like their sizing's way off? Can you name and shame?
Can't think of one.
That means he can.
It is a grey area, right, when
Yeah.
it comes to sizing,
Definitely.
especially if you don't know what bike brand you want to go for. Like if you're looking at multiple bike brands,
Yes.
you look at them and you go, dude, I don't know what size I am. Here I'm this, I'm a medium, here I'm a large, here I'm between the two.
It must be hard for you because he stood up.
Oh no,
It's crazy.
really hard, small, extra small.
What's a clever trick about like you were saying earlier on, Sandy, when we were chatting in our podcast, which I'll tell you more about in a minute, you were saying about how you could buy a bike in the same colour as your last one. Tell us, why is that useful?
This is very interesting.
In several occasions, people have come along and said, I love the bike, it fits me, it's great, the price is good, but do you have it in blue? I'm like, no, they don't make it in blue, but why? Well, my last bike's blue. I was like, right? He goes, well, I can slip it in the garage then, and my spouse will not even know it's happened.
Amazing.
The first time I heard it, I was like, okay.
And you've heard it multiple times?
Yep, multiple times. And the best one was when a woman popped in and she was like, yep, I need that bike in silver. And I was like, okay, no, we don't make it. She goes, how much to get it painted? I was like, well, more than it's worth. She's like, my fella, he'll notice if I bought a new bike.
Look at that.
Oh, that was cool.
So what was that colour called?
I believe it's called Spouse Camo.
Spouse camo.
Spouse camo.
I like it because it's camouflage.
Yes, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. What are some other reasons you would get someone to pick a particular bike when they come into your shop, dude? What would it be like? Someone comes in and they're like saying a bike, and you're thinking this might not be the right bike. What would trigger? What would make you think this isn't the right bike for them?
Mainly, we get a lot of it is guys that come in, and they're not the biggest dudes, and they're like, have you got that in XL?
Oh no.
And then they sort of give it a flex at the same time. And I'm like, you're a medium, dude. And, oh no, my last bike was 21 inch. And I'm like, you were sold the wrong bike. And I see that a lot. Not so much now, but certainly sort of 5, 6, 7 years ago, they believed they were big people, so they needed big bikes. But getting the size right is got to be the most important thing.
Yeah. What else? Why would you pick a bike? Because I guess you could come into a shop and thinking you want a certain bike, but maybe the trails that you ride aren't the right ones for that, or...
Sure, I mean, that's travel, isn't it? So, again, you're in perhaps the southern part of the country, maybe around here. No. So you could be in a part of the country where it wasn't super hilly, but you aspire to have a big enduro 170mm bike, but actually you need a 120mm bike with good geometry.
Overbiked.
Overbiked is a big thing.
Overbiked.
Yeah.
But the same goes with e-bikes, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So one guy gets an e-bike and the rest are no e-bikes.
Yeah, and you often find it, you'll have a group of 5 friends, the acoustic riders are going up, out of breath, talking, and then matey on the e-bike's just lapping round them, and then eventually you see that group come in one by one, just exploring. Oh, we've got e-bikes. Basically, my mate's just taking the mick, and then suddenly they're all on e-bikes.
Yeah. And does it ever happen the other way round? Rarely.
You get a bit of resistance, for sure.
Bit of resistance. So let's go through the pitfalls, okay? So that's some really good advice. But what about some strong pitfalls we could avoid? What about taking some advice from a friend who might maybe not know as much as they think they know?
We've all got that friend.
We've all had them, haven't we?
That friend.
Yeah.
We are them. We don't know.
Well, I do. He does. There he is. We found him in the room, people. We found him in the room.
Don't talk butt tech with me.
Yeah. I mean, it does happen, doesn't it? Someone rides a mountain bike once and suddenly they're an expert.
Yeah, there's lots of experts out there. There is also lots of forums out there which aren't necessarily giving off the right information. Suddenly, people are buying the wrong bikes because of that misinformation. It's no joke.
Yeah, it's tricky, that one. What about buying second-hand bikes? Hang on a second, Doddy's just come in. Doddy's coming in. Hang on, literally we're waiting on 1 second because he's putting his mic on like a super pro. He's just come in. We only get a limited amount of time with Doddy.
We do with Doddy. And this is a good...
Yeah. Doddy's just joined us in time. Second-hand bikes we're talking about, Doddy.
I heard you talking about something a minute ago about the e-bikes thing. The last time this happened was with 29ers. You don't want those, do you? And then someone in the group gets one, and then suddenly everyone else can't catch up.
Same thing, was it?
The same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah, sorry, second-hand bikes.
No, second-hand bikes. So second-hand bikes, what's the pitfalls? Because you might be thinking, oh, well, I'll get a second-hand bike, it's cheaper, but surely it's not as simple as that.
Well, we find you get a second-hand bike, it might look amazing, it could have been washed within an inch of its life, and you think you're getting a bargain, but do check for cracks, do look closely, do look underneath, just check it out. You might have a genuine seller that didn't even realise that the bike they were trying to sell you was a duff.
That's very true. I'd say try and future-proof yourself as well. You can get bargains, obviously, but you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot.
How do you future-proof yourself?
Well, perhaps not look at something, for example, that might have 26-inch wheels, 135 quick release on the back. Right. Nothing wrong with that, it works great, but you're going to have limitations with future components.
And upgrades.
Like boost or non-boost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, Blake can talk tech.
Yeah.
Where are you in all this?
Well, I don't know, he just read my bit off of the script.
Oh, right,
okay. So there you go, there's some great advice on how to buy the right bike and not the wrong one. But if you've got any tips down below, let us know in the comment section. Maybe you have bought the wrong bike and now's the time to just admit it. Let us know in the comment section down below. But now it's time, guys, to head over to Tom and Toff for the news and sickest thing.
What's up, everyone? I'm going to start things off this week with the highlights from Novie Mesto Namarave, where it is business as usual for Rebecca McConnell and Tom Pidcock, both taking repeat wins in the main event. Rob mentioned in the commentary that McConnell is now one of 5 women to win the opening 3 rounds on the trot, which is incredible work. Loana Lecomte came second and Jenny Ristves pushed to third. In the men's race, Vlad Dascalou was just a second away from his first elite win as Pidcock sprinted past him to the line. Amazingly, Nino Schurter fought back to claim third after losing over a minute from a flat rear tyre. Short track race was won by Yolanda Neff and Luca Schwarzbauer in his first elite win. Red Bull Formation has been happening this past week with the world's top women freeriders showcasing their talent on the insane terrain of one of the old Rampage sites in Utah. It's not a competition, more of an event to fuel progression and give women's freeride solid ground to continue to springboard off. Producing some fantastic riding footage too. Speaking of which, the first round of this year's Swiss Dirt Series was the first ever event with an FMB silver level women's category. Germany's Patricia Druin took the win, whilst Lucas Huppert took the win in the men's. More events now where there's a sign of things to come in the Enduro maybe. Both Bex Barona and Richie Rude won their categories in the Big Mountain Enduro Series opening round in Missouri. Yeti blew all over the top step actually, as Sick Mick also won the e-bike category. In other Enduro news, this will be the Gehrig twins' last season at the EWS as they announced their retirement to enter the world of hospitality. They're opening a mountainside hotel in Flims, Switzerland, where they'll be hosting guests, giving out tips to the best trails in the area as well. I hope we can go and stay. Right, very quickly through some new product headlines now. For more on these, check out the GMBN Tech Show. Markov have released their tubeless AirTag holder, a GPS chip hidden at the base of a tubeless valve stem, so if your bike goes walkabout and still has the wheels on it, you can track it down. PTs have released the Whole Shot, their version of the all-in-one tubeless puncture repair tool. Commensal have dropped some photos of a prototype Meta with an interesting looking 4-bar linkage. Kotick have got an update to the Rocket Max, offering 5 sizes instead of 4, essentially offering smaller jumps between the sizing so riders can pick up something right for them. And last up, Yorkshire-based brand Carbon Wasp have launched the Truffle, a 120mm 29er XC trail bike, just 1.8 kilos for the frame without a shock on that. Right, that's all from me. Fort William this weekend, do not miss it. Over to Toff for this week's Sickest Thing.
Right, this week's Sickest Thing has to be Brage Vestavik's Welcome to Marzocchi Park. Yeah, I'm a week late on this, but that's because I wanted to show some love to the wheelie scene last week. But yeah, this video is absolutely ridiculous. Starts off with this like street tech line where he then fast plants off this massive drop and it just lands and it's like so rock and roll. You just know it's going to be such a good video from the get-go. Marzocchi used to be like massive in freeride back in the day. And if they're trying to bring that back, signing Brage is like the sickest thing they could have done because he's like the most freeridest rider out right now. He can do everything like jibs, massive jumps, sharp low mid corners, and from the ender in this video we can see he can also ride really steep technical shoots. Like that thing is ridiculous. You know he could have just done a massive drop to wow everyone, but he didn't. He decided to ride the gnarliest, steepest technical shoot ever with this like crazy drop halfway down it. I just think it's so sick. And you just know it's going to be way gnarlier than it looks on camera. It always is. Right, that's my sickest thing this week. Time to go back to the shed.
How did you end up being like running an influential shop in the middle of Shrewsbury, which is a mountain biking mecca in the UK? How did all that come to place? As succinctly as you can.
Okay, so I've always worked in the bike industry for my sins. So my dad had a bike shop in Church Stretton in the 90s, so around about 1996 to 98. And we actually gave Neil his first sponsorship.
The Don?
The Don rode for Longmin Cycles. That was
no way.
Really cool. And my dad really saw something in him and
then he hit a tree and you thought, this ain't going to work.
Is it, sack him off. No, he was great. He rode a Kona Manu. Anyway, that was that. And it didn't work out. We had the shop. I was, wet behind the ears. My dad had come from the timber industry. It didn't work out. And I think I didn't realise it at the time, but that didn't sit well with me. My dad had really tried to support me and back me up, and it hadn't worked. And we'd lost pretty much everything. And I carried on working in the bike industry. I'd lost my way slightly, nothing gnarly, but just sort of didn't know really what I wanted to do. Got back into bikes. Fast forward a good few years, started working for Leisure Lakes. I must give them a good shout out, massive respect for them. Did 10 years for them. Opened and ran the Wolverhampton store, and it was around 2012.
Yeah.
I just thought, hang on a minute, I can bloody do this myself. As much as I love them to bits and still do. I mean, I could line my own pockets possibly. And then Dave Meller, a current bike shop owner in Shrewsbury, got in touch, and there was an opportunity we could open a separate shop together. Be my business partner, which he is now, and we did, and here we are.
Global Bike Festival news. Bingers, this is amazing. Kona have come on board as an official brand partner. That's going to be excellent. You've been riding one in Seattle.
I have. I had it for like a whole week riding that thing to its inch of its life, and They're going to be there with their riders and all the ambassadors. So you can go riding with them.
And you can go riding with them, and you can go riding with Konas, because we're going to have them there to test. So another great addition to the Global Bike Festival, which I cannot wait for.
I cannot wait.
Do you know what? Real sad news about the Global Bike Festival. Doddy isn't going to be there.
I know, and do you know what? I would have gone just to see Norman JMBE on the decks. Because that man...
He's more excited about the DJs.
Yeah, Norman JMBE, he's an absolute legend, and he collects rally choppers.
Does he really?
He does.
He really? Well,
He's amazing.
Well, it's going to be slightly less that you're not there, but I'm sure if you guys want to join us and make up the difference, then get yourself a ticket at globalbikefestival.com.
You might need a clip-on nose, though.
Bodges! Wow, that was proper. That was
good.
proper.
Even
Loved
he
it.
joined it.
Doddy,
I
get
don't
involved.
just join in. It's only Neil that does it.
Neil don't.
Neil doesn't like singing. He is too cool for school.
He's always been like that.
He never used to be, though, did he?
It's hacks and botches time, and we're going to start with this one from Cam. Look at this, guys. This is.
Okay, so what's going on?
Well, the lever's backwards.
The lever's broken, and he's fixed it by using an Allen key lever. It's a pretty good solution, I think. Oh, come on.
It might flex a bit.
No, but wait, you're out on the trail, you've got no other option. He's got himself round, and he's still getting a day's ride in by using an Allen key.
Could use the back brake.
Which way is he running his brakes, though?
Yeah, exactly. It could.
That could be the back brake.
Could just use the other brake.
Or put your foot on the ground.
Yes, I mean,
there you go.
I think it's a pretty good solution. I don't think it's that bad. And
Cam,
is it worthy of a GMBN
It's a get you home. No, it's a get you home hack.
Next.
Let me see. This is a really clever idea, right? Storage idea.
Look at this.
Look at that.
Oh, this
You must have watched that video where I showed you how to do this.
Did you? Is this your hack?
It could be.
What is this hack?
This is from.
It's a hollow axle, so you're using that space.
This is from O, and he's basically stolen Doddy's butt.
I know some Californian riders who use that for 420.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder what's in the bag.
It's good space.
The time will be 420 in that bag.
Camberwell carrot going there.
Okay, right. Well, we've got offline there on that one, but it's still a very good hack. Could end up being a right bodge. But
I like that. Oh, well done.
This is a really good hack. Look at this.
Well,
3D printed. No, wait, but click through. 3D printed, fully realised.
Well, and there's a ripped saddle.
Is this a hack or has he just made his own
Oh, look at that.
3D printed.
They go straight onto seat posts.
That's cool.
Oh, and it's a jump bike.
That is awesome.
That is a jump bike.
That is from Carl. That is
I
very,
wonder if
very
it'd be
good.
strong enough, though, being 3D printed. I mean, if he's using it, I guess it must be. But
Well, I mean, for a jump bike, how often are you really putting it through?
it's kind of a little emergency, though, isn't it, to stop the old... I know what Chris Smith stuck in between that gap down there.
Oh,
Yeah, he's gooched that right up.
yeah.
He really has.
I think this guy could perhaps just look into designing some components because it looks a really finished product.
It does. It does.
It does, yeah.
Now, Sandy, you are our guest of the week, special guest. So you get to decide who is the winner out of Carl with his 3D printed seat. But then we've got O with his bung plug in the bottom of the bottom bracket there. And we've got Cam's Allen key lever replacement.
That's definitely a
What are you going
bodge.
to go with?
Well, I could tell from the way you just introduced Cam's lever thing you weren't massively impressed, but I have to say I think Cam's is the actual solution to a problem. So the bike's broken, he's fixed it with the Allen key. I love the seat. I think that guy needs to just go into making those and selling them. Jersey goes to Cam.
Cam, nice, Cam, well done.
I like it.
Great reasoning. That was maybe the best reasoning for an actual choice on the show I've heard in a long
Probably the
time.
nicest reasoning as well.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's very, very nice of you.
Something.
Yeah, legit. If you have got a hack or a bodge you'd like to show us and you would like to win a GMBN race stop or just be featured in the show, then head on down to the uploader in the description down below this video and you can do just that with the GMBN uploader. Come on, get involved. Had any crashes lately, guys? No, stayed on. Well, unfortunately, none of these did. That's some nasty ones.
I love seeing this stuff.
Oh my God! What's your favourite?
Favourite?
Sandy, got a favourite in there?
I'm not sure that Ollie lad has walked
Yeah,
quite
where he just
the same
sends
as well.
it, yeah.
Felipe in a race
Oh,
run.
it was a good angle as well, actually.
Yeah, and Felipe did send it in that
race one.
Oh, mate, yeah, if you're having crashes, then the best thing you can do is celebrate them. So send them in too to the GMBN uploader. Right, it's time for Caption Contest. Last week's photo is this rather ridiculous looking Blake Samson. Look at this. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I was looking out the window in the bright sunlight in Whistler somewhere.
Somehow we've got captions from it. I'm going to start us off. We've got The Butler. He says, come up with a good caption and you could win this mug.
That's good.
Clever?
That's very clever.
That's quite good. What about this from Christoph 40? He says, we've been sculpting a nargoyle for the dirt shed.
Oh, okay.
Nargoyle, get it? Good.
Oh, good. I like it.
And then we've got Stephen Baker. He says, when you hear a free hub whizzing past your window.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Dottie, you got a pick. What's your favourite?
It's got that last one.
Give it away, yeah.
that's bang
Mug
on.
2, Stephen Baker. Good job. On
didn't
its
throw it
way
on the
to
table,
you.
did you?
You didn't smash that one.
No. If you would like to win a mug just like this one, then send your caption into the comments down below of this photo. That's your photo. Give us a caption for that. You could be winning that mug. Wherever it went.
Wherever it went.
Time for some things we like this week over on the old social platforms. Blake, we're going to start off with this crazy.
Oh, it's incredible.
Have you
gap.
guys seen this?
I've watched this probably about 50 times now.
I literally thought it was fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Brage,
It's that
Vestavik
slow, just-
and Cade Edwards just making mountain biking look. I've seen this in so many places. It's crazy.
It's gone.
Moto, very
Yeah.
I think both of those two have just got such incredible style.
Yeah.
And guts, to be fair.
Yeah, it's good, and it's hard to follow, but I'm going to try and do it with this from Johan Borelli. What do you think of this?
that's
I quite
cool.
like
I like
this
that.
trick.
Yeah, in the
Have you ever
rain.
has anyone ever done this trick? Is it hard? I've never done that. Is
I've done it.
I've done a
It's not-
version of
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think
Is
that
it?
well.
It all determines on the frame you've got, really.
Does it?
It does.
Do you know what? He'd be a good guest.
He would, wouldn't he?
He's a
He's
funny
a lot
man.
of fun. Yeah,
Yeah,
Johan Borelli. Let's get him on the show. Maybe in Whistler this year. Might try and get him
Oh,
there.
yeah. We will be there.
because we'll be at Whistler and
I'd love
he'll
to go
be
Whistler. I
there.
haven't been for years.
Come with us, dude. Come with us. Yeah, come with us.
What about this last one from Jack Carthy?
This is rare.
Hey?
Jack Harvey making a mistake. Who knew? I was beginning to think it couldn't happen.
Imagine that went wrong and he just went like,
Oh, mate, we've all done it, haven't we? We've all done it.
Teeth.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I did it. That tooth is false for that exact reason.
that.
Dong.
Oh.
Yeah. I tell you what, it was good to see someone so good making a mistake for once, because it makes you feel like they're human after all. Good stuff. Right, let's take a look at what's coming up on the channel this week. Yeah, it's a busy looking week this week on GMBN. We've got some great stuff. And I'm going to start with this one. This you were finding the biggest jump lines in the UK.
Yeah, this is the first stop is Wind Hill. We got a number of other stops coming up.
And they big?
Very big, yeah.
Very big, yeah. What else are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to this epic ride. We did craft beers and building some custom rigs
Oh, nice.
in Wales.
Oh,
so I'm
nice.
looking forward
That's
to
a
that
good-
one.
Dottie, what about over on GMBN Tech? I mean, you've always got amazing videos, but what's happening this week?
Bit of a big guide actually on Sunday coming. Made a video basically detailing everything about going to one by. So one gear on the front from 3 or 2 chain rings, depending what it is. Everything you need to understand, chain lines, back ends, all the compatibility and stuff.
Nice.
Pretty useful, I think.
Great stuff, great stuff. So there's some big videos coming, so don't miss out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because that helps you pick up those videos as they come out and obviously gets us more visible around the world on the internet. Now, something I have noticed that's going on in this show, and Sandy, you're going to feel a little bit left out here, okay? But have you noticed all this new gear? I finally got my hands on some of this new threads.
And
Dottie's got
one.
me and Dottie got the same one.
New swag.
Yeah, but we've got new stuff. There's new hoodies. This whole new line has just come out. It's in the store.
Fresh threads.
I was so excited to get mine today. I was well pleased. It's all in the store, and if you want to help support the channel, then head over to the GMBN shop, and you can get yourself some of these lovely GMBN kit and help us make videos.
Do you know what time it's? Do you know what time it is?
No,
Bike vault time.
it's the bike vault.
Best bit of the show.
By fault. It is the best time of the show.
Let's get into
Yeah.
You ready for the sound?
Okay.
Here we go then with the bike vault, and we're starting off with this one from Lawrence. Sandy, you're new to this. What are you thinking?
Well, it looks pretty standard to me.
What?
Except the guy can't put his tyres on and they're not matching.
Oh
They are the
my
new Continental
God.
tyres.
Wow, Sandy's going to be tough.
Well,
out
and it's
today.
the new gig.
It's got a crypto tail.
I was going to say that.
Can I
was
say I think that's one of the best colour bikes
It is a
I've
rad
ever
colour
seen.
bike.
I'm doing a U-turn. That's a cool
doing a
bike.
big U-turn.
Yeah.
So what do you
Nice.
call that?
It's a nice.
That's the bell.
Super nice.
I like it.
Broken the rules.
What did we? What? Let's go back. What rule have we
Ring the
broken?
bell on everyone.
Tyres don't line up.
Oh, come on,
No,
Doddy. That's a
only a
super
super
nice. Right, next up, we have got Stuart Spectral 2020.
Hanging in the tree.
What's it doing in the tree?
Do you think he crashed?
I think he crashed.
I think putting it up in a tree is a bit messy.
That's an interesting angle.
It's hard to see all the lines of the bike. I don't like how he's done his inner tube, and
That's nice. It's a good rig.
it's nice. It's
I like the
nice.
photo because it could be really high up in the tree canopy. Maybe he got on his mate's shoulders and it's really high.
You're stretching,
It's not.
Sandy. It's not.
It's nice.
Next up, we have got
Only be nice
this.
to
Fat bikes.
This is from Pappy. It's a Kona Wozo. It's in the 2020 colours.
He's in Sweden. Now they get a lot of snow, so that fat bike will come in handy.
Don't know if that front mudguards could do anything at that angle, but
Yeah, I love it when
Well,
Doggy
it's
starts
non-drive
taking it
side.
apart.
It's non-drive side.
It's
isn't it?
non-drive side, so
non-drive
it
side.
can't get a super nice.
I've got no words.
It's
for this
nice.
bike.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's nice. Thank Peppy. Next up, we've got Spencer's 2022 YT Capra. Lots of very new bikes this week.
Mapleton, Utah, USA.
good looking bike.
It's a very plain colour. It's very plain.
If he rode
There's nothing wrong with Battleship Grey.
There is.
It's not.
It's boring.
I'll fight you.
Whoa, let's
it's,
see.
I
Round
don't-
one.
I don't want to fight about
No?
it.
All right.
It's in Mapleton,
One in
Utah. And Blake, what are you thinking on this one?
I think it's
Dottie
nice.
likes it. We can tell.
It's nice.
It's nice.
Sandy,
I wonder whether he rode it over that log.
your tune. Did he really? Did he really?
Nice.
It's nice. Okay, next up we've
What a
got
spot.
we have got Nick's Canyon Strive.
St. George, Utah.
Wow.
Another one. Church Rocks Trail.
I tell you what though, I think the location's lovely, but is the bike more than nice? I mean, that's what we're judging,
I
here,
love
lads. That's what we're judging. Come on, stay
The
on
bike's
point.
nice.
It's got the shapeshift thing in it, the spectral.
It's nice.
I mean, what do you call it? The Strive. Sorry. It's nice.
nice.
The location wins on this one.
Yeah.
It's a super nice location. Nice. Right, here we go. We have got, this is a Scott Spark 950 from Kevin in Zanzibar in Switzerland.
I'm swinging.
this.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Tamils,
Yeah,
it looks
like
good.
it's nearly
Are you
raw
with me
frame.
on this? Sandy?
always swinging.
What?
I'm not sure.
I would go super
look at that.
I
nice.
Same
say
bike as
super
us.
nice. No, super nice. I actually really like those bikes.
Super nice.
Yeah. Shirter rides it. I love it. Yeah.
This is a bad boy, this one.
Like 15 years ago.
Bad boy.
This is Paul's Trek Excalibur with all sorts of mudguards
Not
on
going
it.
to get wet with them,
Got
huh?
like a Montesa front mudguard on there.
I mean, you could have done with them at lunchtime when, all the dog eggs out in the street.
Oh yeah, true story.
Flinging
everywhere.
I'm put
Very
off by
runny.
the seat, lads. I'm put off by the seat. The seat's just so massive.
Nothing wrong with a comfy seat.
The front fender is doing it for me. I'm in.
It's like the old THE ones.
I like it.
It's so
So moto.
Right, there you go.
I think it's very nice.
Nice.
It's very nice.
Nice.
Right,
Oh,
next
man, I
up we've
like
got
it.
Robert's 2021 Giant Trance 29er. This is in Durham. Giant Trance is a really good bike.
Yeah.
Really good bike.
It's nice.
I mean, I don't know how exciting this photo is.
Nice one, Robert. Did you come down that trail?
Yeah, he did. He's coming. Yeah.
Nice. Nice trail.
Next one.
Oh, what is that?
That's a Genesis.
It is a Genesis Fortitude from Andy
I
in
like the
Devon.
Using liquid
Topography.
masking tape.
Yeah. Did you say topography? Yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it?
Look at it.
Yeah, it is like
Yeah.
Good work.
using liquid masking tape to achieve these contours
that's it.
effects. That is super nice.
Yeah.
Toronto tires. Are good.
Super nice. Come on, super nice. Rigid
I like
front
that.
end.
Rad.
Super nice.
Hang on, Dotty, hang on, Dotty.
it's
It's a super
Four-letter
nice
word, isn't it?
It's Mohammed Yeti. We were only discussing at lunchtime why these are always a super nice, and none of us can really put our finger on it, but
They just have that thing. No one knows what it is, the thing.
They've
the
got
thing that
the
makes
Yeti
James
on the
Dean
bike.
cool.
Yeah,
The thing that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
people
Sell
love it. It's just
themselves,
the
those
thing.
bad boys.
I think the colour's a big part.
Singapore.
I know it's not desert turquoise, but it's badass. That colour,
Yeah,
isn't it?
cool.
it's a great one to finish on this week. A brand spanking super nice from Mohammed. Thank you very much. If your bike, now think about it, it's out in the garage now. Is your bike super nice? Well, there's only one way to find out. You've got to send it in to us to the GMBN uploader and we will judge it with absolutely no right to say anything about your bike other than that we're on this video. It's a good option for us and entertaining for you. So send that bike in and we'll get stuck in. Lads, thank you so much for being on the show. Sandy, thanks for your
inviting me.
expertise
Thank
at
you
the top
very
there.
much for
Dotty,
having me.
thanks for dropping by. Bingers, great as always.
Good to see you, Sandy.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Now make sure you subscribe to GMBN and make sure you give us a like on this video because that helps more people see this video over on YouTube. Of course, over on all the social platforms, give us a love, like and share. And until next week, we'll say goodbye.
See ya.
TTFN.